Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I'll continue on the same vein. I wonder if the member could comment on the numerous failures that have been identified with these very programs that he's discussed. They talked about extending the CEBA, yet they still haven't even fixed the problems that have already been identified, that the government has already acknowledged, that the government has already promised to fix, and yet are not fixed. The many small business people, persons who still can't even get CEBA as it is. The commercial rent program that the previous questioner spoke of ended yesterday as a complete policy failure, and not a word about it in the speech from the throne. So these problems are failures that they haven't even fixed so far. So I could have the member comment on these issues, the problems they already have, never mind the ones that they claim that are going to new programs that they've discussed in the throne speech.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
So the issues of small business are replete and they are around the country. There's no denying that. The issues of having these fine-tuning the programs is also a completely fair comment. But what I would respond to the member opposite is that this is very much a dynamic process. When you're rolling out programs in 8 days or 18 days, programs that would normally take 8 or 18 months, there will be some lacuna or some voids or some gaps that are identified. What we've done is work diligently with the civil service to identify those gaps, to hear from opposition parliamentarians and government parliamentarians about where the gaps are, and to fulfill them. For example, expanding the eligibility on the lower end and on the higher end with respect to the business account. With respect to the rent assistance, it is at the foremost of all of our minds that rent assistance is critical for small businesses that are facing landlords that do not want to participate in these programs. But designing them in a better way that incentivizes the landlords is the magic that we're trying to ensure is achieved here, but that requires provincial cooperation and the cooperation of the landlords themselves.